All right, guys, what's up? We're out here throwing around the Martin's Custom Baits Nomadic Finesse jig. It's a little jig that we've had on the market for a little while. It's been popular. It's been a really good jig for me. I use it a lot in the pre-spawn, but I'm telling you guys, if you come out here late in the season, middle of the summer, water temp's 85 right now. It's been really hot here. We got a storm blowing in. Water temp's up there. These fish move out deep, 20, 25 feet, 15, 25, I guess, somewhere in that range. I throw this little 3/8 ounce Nomadic around. Like I said, this is the new version. It's got a little bit stouter weed guard on it. I throw it with 10-pound line. I use typically a little chigger craw. This is a little max scent chigger craw, 3-inch. I'll throw it with that. Throw a little net baits. I go to the 3/8 when we're out here fishing these deeper rock piles. It's a phenomenal bait for it. I just throw it out there. I use the spinning rod with live scope, and then if I'm fishing around grass, that sort of stuff, I'll go to the casting rod with 14-pound line. But this is a 10-pound leader, 10-pound fluorocarbon, 15-pound braid. Throw a little leader on this, probably 6 feet, and just drag this around. This is the mini wood craw color. This is a clear lake. I think just something natural, green pumpkin, jigger craw, something natural, something, you know, that they're used to seeing. And like I said, just cast it out on these rock piles, using live scope, using side imaging, finding some offshore stuff, and just dragging this around. It's working great. The new version also has a matte finish on the head, which I think is really cool. A lot of these are glossy, a lot of jigs are glossy. Don't know if it matters, but it's just something a little bit different. You know, it's something these fish don't see all the time. I think there is a time and a place for it, and this jig honestly just gets bit. It catches good ones, it catches smallmouth, largemouth, both those in this lake. I got a good feeling we're gonna catch a little bit of both. But cruising my spot right now, so we'll kind of get into it a little bit more once we start fishing, but this is the little jig that I'm gonna be throwing around. Smallmouth. There you go. There's that new Nomadic. Thing is incredible. That one missed it, came back, got it. Looking around on scope, throwing the spinning rod right now. I throw these jigs on both. Doesn't matter to me if it's spinning, casting, whatever. I'll throw it on both. But these fish are out here deep right now. It's 86-degree water temps, the hottest week of the year so far right now, and it's warm. So these fish are active. They're out here, kind of grouped up on some of these hard spots. Super fun to catch right now. It's just a great time of year to come out deep with one of these jigs and just drag it around these rock piles and try to find a couple of those better quality fish. You'll catch numbers too, but don't get me wrong. But if you're looking for that real big one this time of year, I'm not sure there's a better option. There's one. Good one. Good largemouth. There you go. Martin's Custom Baits. This is the mini wood craw color. Little chigger craw, 3-inch. Bass, 86 degrees. Let's go. Super hot day. But they're biting out here. You just gotta find them grouped up. So much fun. another big one. That's a giant. Trying to rush it in here. He's a better one, for sure. That's how it typically gets them. Top dead center. That's typically how it gets them. Right in the top. You got it on the fall. Awesome bait. Catches big fish. There's a good one. Another largemouth. That one hit it on the fall, so that one got hooked kind of funky in the bottom of the lip, but I found a little pot of bait out here on the rock. And there's a few of those with it. Same thing, that little mini wood craw color. I love this color. And with the new heads, we actually started making them in a matte finish, which I like better. I think most jigs have that glossy kind of finish on the heads, and these ones are matte, and they're the deal. They work fantastic. So let's see if we can get another one out of this little pot of them. All right, guys, like I said before, I do throw this on a bait caster as well. 3/8 ounce jig. You can skip this under docks. You can throw it around. It's got a really flat spot on its head. The whole bottom of the head is it's like Arky style, but it's flat. But it's not, it kind of comes to a point. It's just a different head than you typically see. So you can skip this, you can drag it over rocks. It very rarely gets hung up in rocks. I love this thing. This 14-pound line, 14-pound fluorocarbon, straight all the way to the end of the spool. I just think it's a little bit better, a little finesse jig. You don't need that braid. You don't need to really jack those fish. Just kind of reel into them, set the hook. And you'll get them on this. This thing gets them right in the top of the mouth most of the time. But they will eat on the fall, and then you might get them on the side of the mouth. Or if you're kind of deflecting off rocks, something like that, you'll get them in the sides. But a lot of the time when you hook a fish on this jig, it's top dead center, right where you want them. So this little bait is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said before, the new ones have a little bit stouter weed guard, same VMC, little light wire hook, same head design. They're awesome, and there's so many different colors. You know, you got probably 6 different varieties with a green pumpkin in it. You got 2 or 3 with a black and like this one's, I think this is called pumpkin craw, black and orange. You got black and blue. You got black and purple. There's so many options. Then we also made some lighter colors, white ones, shad pattern ones. So if you did want to swim it around out here deep on these suspended fish, you could also do that. But I find these little chigger craws. Netbait makes another great little mini craw for them. 6 Cents has some cool little craws that fit very well on this little hook. It's a really light wire, but I'm telling you, once you hook them on that, they don't typically come off. So it's a great little jig, guys. If you have time, if you are in the market for some little finesse jigs, it's starting to rain right here, so I'm gonna jump off quick. But if you guys are in the market for some of these little jigs, definitely go check them out. martinscustombaits.com. They are phenomenal.